Can I beat Baldurs Gate 3 on its hardest difficulty on a mode while having never played through the game before? This is my third attempt with this insane challenge, so I do know a little from my previous runs that both did not go very well. And each time a run ends, I start again and change class. This time we made a noble paladin half-orc old lady called LightsOut, following the path of vengeance. Escaping a tentacle-based vessel went really well, and our hero LightsOut gathered up the supporting cast. This one, apparently not this one, definitely not this one, and finally this one. Reaching the grove, our paladin did what any Dungeons & Dragons paladin is known for and started interfering with everyone else's business, including saving a murderous goblin. Vengeance eats people alive. Aren't I a vengeance paladin? Justice has been served. And then accidentally getting a child murdered by a snake. Cage is not a girl, it's a fitting response.
No, please!
Justice has been served. Speaking of justice, a wild monster known as an owlbear had been murdering those who encroached on his territory. What a vile, monstrous beast, our hero thought as we ventured into its lair. It turns out the legendary action of the owlbear is to summon a second owlbear. But do not worry, noble paladins watching this video, the fight was easily won, and this definitely wasn't a sign of things to come. 56, this still might hit him. There's no way. On another note, our hero ventured around the land, and this is where the true terror of this challenge reared its ugly head. Given that a large portion of this game is built on chance, there is a real threat that I cannot beat the game regardless of how many times I bash my head against this challenge. But for now, despite the world's worst rolls, I entered the hideout and tried to free a prisoner. Well, sorry mate. I could not save the prisoner, but a druid had been captured and I needed to save them. That is insane, dude. That is insane. Finally, Asteron killed the child, proving he was the best character. After an easy fight, I saved the druid and now I needed to take care of the pesky goblin leadership. First was Priestess Gut, who tried to poison me, but luckily I had a unique paladin option. I am a paladin. Oath of gullibility. Being poisoned by Priestess Gut, our story seemed short until a stranger teleported into our cell, saving me. This seemed like a cool plot point, I thought. Hopefully I can see it unfold, I thought. Just ignore that. As of writing this script, I have 100 hours in Baldurs Gate 3 and have not left Act 1 yet. Make sure to subscribe. Priestess got defeated easily, might I add. Now on to Minthara, who planned to attack the tieflings I had sworn to protect. Here I wanted to try and lure Minthara to the grove, and try and ambush her with the aid of the tieflings. Previously, I had just killed her, so I was excited to see the other options available. But as I picked the option to lead the evil character into a trap, this happened.
Spasm grips your chest.
Dung.
Your strength falters. An emptiness grows within you.
Oh
Paladin.
no.
Something has been lost.
No way.
You have broken your oath, Paladin. At the close of
Oh, YOLO, you still broke your oath? Has no one ever heard of a fucking sting operation, you dog? Super excited about my new future, I returned to the camp and met the strange Scotsman who stood in my camp and watched me sleep. To be fair, dope character.
Oathbreaker.
I don't want this, I will remain pure. I held strong on my goal of vengeance, but old Haggis McGee said, L plus ratio, your goose is already cooked. In that case, I will accept becoming an Oathbreaker.
Do not resist.
You've convinced me, champ.
Surrender and be remade.
Hopefully this newfound power would be helpful, as the goblins were on their way. The tieflings had a plan, however.
This is it. Everything turns on this.
Once the goblin leader Minthara stepped into the open, a tiefling loosed an arrow. One single arrow. Well, fuck me, that didn't work, did it? Zevlor, the tiefling leader, then started yapping his one arrow plan failed, and telling Minthara I was there to protect them warranted this response.
I'll dissect you.
Fuck me, chat, I think I have picked the wrong side here. I joke. Minthara only had 30 goblins, 2 giant spiders that could leap on the battlement, 4 bomb dudes from Minas Tirith, and an ogre who throws barrels. Oh, would you look at that? There are goblins in the barrels! My first port of call was to stop the bombers, and buff Zevlor as he was the most powerful unit on our side. Besides Asteron, obviously. Shadowheart started work on the giant spider, Will went bonkers on the bombers, and Asteron made me question my sexuality. The first round of combat was good, surely it would be up from here. Zevlor was hurt and seemingly had a better chance at smiting than my paladin, so keeping him alive seemed like a good investment. I just needed my powerful, muscular, ripped paladin imbued with the power of ancient magic to walk 2 meters across some slippery ground. Shadowheart died. Astron lost half his health, and Minthara cast Hold Person on Will. Oh no! It's just like last time. Asteron clutched up against the spiders. Oh, I wish I was in his clutches. Lights out, the powerful hulking paladin landed a heal, because you cannot miss a heal. I then placed Lights Out between the new goblins and my did I say allies? I meant Zevlor. I only won the fight via spam healing Lights Out and having them tank the goblin horde, and Minthara got a little overconfident when killing a tiefling, ending her turn next to a zesty little barrel. Asteron actually hitting the enemy carried the fight. Then Zevlor landed the final blow on the ogre and immediately hit-fired a speech to his people. Impressive. A joyous moment as he spoke to his people of the bright future ahead of them, and Lights Out will always have a family at Baldurs Gate. But we both know, my dearest viewer, the video isn't that long. Surely in the time this video has left, nothing bad will happen. On another note, Halsin returned and started chewing Korger out for literal child murder. I then backed him up with a literal evidence she was plotting an evil coup in which she said leave or do something about it, pussy. Assuming Halsin would have my back against the literal villain, I chose to uphold justice, as last time I walked away, things did not go well. The druids then cut my arms and legs off, replacing them with pipes of dynamite, as Halsin himself cast Call Lightning on Lights Out, atomizing their entire body. Yeah, good one, Cobber.
This individual doesn't seem particularly fond of you.
The sun had set, yet the night was alight with celebrations and revelry from defeating the goblins. And Lights Out needed some comfort, turning to the character who had been there for her this whole time.
I'm flattered, but I think not. It's not you understand. It's me. I have standards.
The next day, our heroes were busy, as there was still plenty of justice to dispense. There was lots of evil for our paladin to hunt here, but the most evil of all was Auntie Ethel the Hag. We had caught her with Mayrina, a lost child, so I told Auntie Ethel to let her go or catch these hands. Ethel didn't like that very much, calling her goons to run interference while she escaped. Dealing with Sleepy, Eepy, Beepy and Keith, our heroes chased her into a lair of dark magic and trickery. Besting the haunting obstacle course led to Ethel's entrapment of Mayrina. And to make things worse, she set Mayrina's cage ablaze and made 5 copies of herself. Uh-oh. Luckily for us, the developers did a silly and a Billy as the camera follows the real Ethel. And although clones have the buff Hag trickery, then legendary action, and only one Ethel has legendary action, then Hag trickery. On top of all of this gibberish, I need to reach the button to save Mayrina, and that's what a noble paladin would do. But now, what do I do? Tunnel vision the main Ethel, or go for the clones. Having a paladin and a rogue, 2 classes great at single target damage, I thought with some big hits, 145 health wouldn't be too hard to do. Opening with guiding bolt from stealth, Ethel made more clones. Hopefully her clones aren't too strong. Attacking from stealth and only hitting with 3 characters, I had gotten her down to 70 HP. A good start. Surely things would only go up from here, chat. Auntie Ethel takes her turns, and each clone casts the same spell, Ray of Sickness. Then the real Ethel makes more clones, and they all can cast the same spell. Hopefully she doesn't have any other spells that could end the run. Lights out, reached the button to save Mayrina, and then nothing happened. Epic stuff. Even more epic is Ethel reshuffled, and the buff order corrected itself, not giving her away, but hitting her with a spell made her reshuffle again. This time, one of the Ethels did not have any buffs. I see you. Our second turn was not as profitable, but 60 HP is still very achievable. Remember, we have a paladin with smite, so one of those could decimate her health bar, as long as Ethel's clones don't cast the same devastating spell. Yeah, multiple casts of hold person is not my favorite part of the game. Successfully stopping Asteron and LightsOut from taking their turn. Weren't they the strong single target damage characters? Uh-oh, not good. Ethel then teleports Mayrina and mimics her appearance, forcing you to choose between them possibly hurting or killing the wrong one. However, I immediately notice one of the Mayrinas is level 1 and the other is level 5. I wonder who is who. Shadowheart lands a guiding bolt, revealing her, but unfortunately her clone form ate some of the damage. Wheel Scorching Ray with advantage from Guiding Bolt is 27 damage, leaving Auntie Ethel at 21 HP. Sneak Attack from Asteron, Guiding Bolt from Shadowheart, or a Smite from LightsOut could end the fight. But now, the attack of the clones, with some casting Hold Person and some casting Ray of Sickness. LightsOut breaks free only to fail the save while Asteron gets killed in 2 hits. Remember, I just need 1 good hit on Ethel. Speaking of good hits, a critical hit onto Will followed by Hold Person. Meaning Shadowheart is my only playable character right now. The turn order takes us back to the real Ethel, who casts a little bit of magic. Ethel then brings Shadowheart into conversation, not LightsOut the main character. Now, before you say, they're under Hold Person, they can't talk, they're standing right there. I try to swap characters, but to no avail. Ethel is worried that she did indeed catch these hands and attempts a plea bargain for her life. I think, what is the most gangster paladin option? And my choice was clear. I'll take the girl and I'll take the power. The DC is 20. And Shadowheart only gets a +1 to charisma. If only there was a charisma-based character nearby. I need to cast guidance here to give Shadowheart the best chance possible. Failing to get both, I need to save Mayrina, take the power, or kill the hag. And to stay true to my character, I picked kill the hag. Auntie Ethel then gets her full turn casting Vicious Mockery, boom, saved, and then throwing a bomb to kill Will. And now, it is Shadowheart's turn, the one character I can use. But remember, I used guidance in the dialogue option, not knowing it would take away Shadowheart's action, leaving me with 1 bonus action for a full round of combat to make things better. If Shadowheart had an action, she could cast Guarding Bolt that could do 24 damage and Ethel has 21 HP. But no, my character cannot do anything but one heal, Shield of Faith, or a potion. This was, and still is, heartbreaking and completely demoralizing. Obviously, this did not go well. Shadowheart went down, and LightsOut was still in her. Wait a second. The real Ethel is running within melee range of my Paladin? There's no way. They're down to 1 health. And they're a half orc. On death, they come back with 1 HP. 1 HP in a dream, baby! 1 HP, 1 smite, 1 action. This is what we play video games for. Not the perfect easy win, but the journey, the stumbles, the fumbles. The Paladin who lost their way, but not who they are. Every moment, the good and the bad of this 17 hours of gameplay into one attack represented. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, click this one here for a druid and this one for a fighter. Drop a like and comment to support me in the video and subscribe for more. Thanks, bye.